Hey guys, it's SJ Matthew here, and right now you can see the scenery is a little different. I'm actually in my garden, the cabin at the back, and I'm just recording this. And I've just come back from Europe, and wow, I mean, Europe was spectacular. I loved all the spots. As you could see in my last video, I was in Lake Königssee, pretty sure in Germany, and the spot there was just incredible. But I digress. In this video, I'm going to be going through 5 items that are all under £50, and I'm going to be going through them, and I'm going to talk about why I like them, why I think you should get them, and also their kind of use when camping and how they just make camping better. Well, let's get to it. So here's my first item. No, it's a sit pad. Sit pad, you're asking, sit pad, do I need it? Is it really any useful? Honestly, if you asked me 2 months ago to get a sit pad, I would have said, why would I get a sit pad? There's no point. But honestly, this is a game changer. This is definitely the cheapest piece of gear that I'm using in this video, but it's also the one that I use the most. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I thought sit pads were useless at first. I thought they just took up space, were unnecessary, and just not really an essential part of camping. But after traveling more, after camping more, it's now an essential part of my gear list. Also, it just weighs basically nothing. Just clip it on the side of my bag next to my water bottle, keep walking, and I never really think about it. And on to my final point, guys. After a long day of hiking, especially with mean inclines, you kind of just want to sit down, put this down, rest in your bag, just watch a beautiful sunset with like a coffee or hot chocolate. I mean, guys, is that not what camping's about? The second piece of equipment that I recommend is the Alpine Light by Bestway. It's a sleeping mat for our value of 7.1, and it only costs, guess this, £50. Now, I know you're gonna say, guys, that is like crazy. 7.1 for £50. I mean, my friend had an OEX one. I don't know which one it was. Don't quote me. But it was £50 and it had an R value of only 3. This is more than double it, right? More than double, like 1.3, 1 point something, right? And it's an R value of 7.1. I mean, that does sound kind of hard to believe, but I'm gonna put up this report here and apparently it is true. But anyway, I went out on board this and it is good. I think when people get into camping, they really underestimate the necessity of a sleeping mat. For example, my first few camps, or my first one to South Downs and to Lake District, I was sleeping on my mum's yoga roller. I don't know why I did that, and I didn't sleep well, and I was complaining, well, guys, why am I sleeping badly? And well, it's pretty self-explanatory. I had no proper sleeping mat, so I slept pretty bad. Then I went and bought a sleeping mat, but smart me decided, let me go onto eBay and find the cheapest mat possible. Bought it. Didn't even have an R value. I'm guessing the R value was non-existent, and I mean, first time I slept in it, I slept alright, but that's only because it was kind of summertime, right? If I went in winter and I was flipping camping on top of Mount Goatfell and it was cold, I would have had the worst night of sleep ever. This mat's just been with me all over my recent trips. It's been with me on mountain ranges, down on fields, down by coasts, wet conditions, dry conditions, well, windy conditions, but I don't think that makes a big difference. And the main thing I love about this, guys, alright, is when I've pumped it up, which is very easy to do, it comes with a pump sack actually. I pump it up, I put my foam roller down, I put this on top and put my sleeping bag on top, and I can just feel the insulation between my back, right, and the sleeping mat. And I know that that's nothing special, but I never had that. And this came in, and I mean, one night it was -5 degrees on top of the mountain, right? And I set this up, and it's instant warm. You know, you don't feel any heat being lost to the ground, and that is what makes the perfect night's sleep. And when you're especially camping for multiple nights, more than 2-3 nights, or any nights, right, having a good night's sleep is just so important. It's so, like, if you don't have a good night's sleep, you're gonna have a bad next day. I mean, it's not the most exciting thing to bring, it's just a sleeping mat. You don't really boast to your friends about, oh, look at my new sleeping mat. You know, that's kind of the thing you do if you get a tent sleeping bag or like a drone or something. But necessity, I'm telling you, necessity. The sleeping mat also just fits pretty snug into my tent. Each side of the sleeping mat touches either side of my tent, which is a good thing because it means that when I'm sleeping, it doesn't kind of move around and it doesn't disturb my sleep. So I just kind of get into my bed and just go sleep. It's a piece of gear which has definitely had the biggest impact on my quality of sleep. Okay, my third piece of gear, guys, is actually this Decathlon cooking pot, and I kind of love Decathlon, as you can see. But as I said in my previous video, for the price you pay, you get just amazing quality. This cooking pot set is by Forkless, and it only costs £15. And in it, you get a spork, a pot, stainless steel pot, and you get a bowl. There's not much to explain about a cookset. It's pretty standard, and it's a pretty much essential piece of gear you're gonna need when you go out camping for the first time. It allows you to, boil water, make your food, and when you boil water, you can, if it's cold, you can pour that into like your Nalgene bottle and have a hot water bottle. Boil water for your food, your freeze-dry food, make your coffee, hot chocolate. I mean, it's just pretty essential. I'm gonna be real, guys. This cookset's gone through a lot, and you can see it by these videos. Windy mornings, late night meals, and just a quick coffee before hiking. It's really starting to show its age, but it's never once failed me, and I think it's really an essential, perfect budget piece of gear. It's one of those pieces of gear which I'll just always pack on every trip, no matter if it's a 1-day trip, 2-day trip, 1-week trip, 1-month trip, 1-year trip even. I'll always have a cooking pot, and more importantly, most likely, I'm just gonna stay with this decathlon one. Some of my favorite moments of camping have just been staying outside my tent. We've got a fire, campfire, or even just using our gas stoves, cooking up a nice meal, watching the sunset. And guys, if you've been camping, you know how just hard those flipping camping meals hit after a long day of hiking. I mean, you could give me the most boring, just most dry meal, and it will taste heavenly, trust me. Alright guys, my fourth piece of gear is hiding right here, and I'm gonna show it now. It's a sleeping bag liner. At first I just bought this because I didn't want to clean my sleeping bag. It's a down sleeping bag and it can be pretty hard to wash it. So I bought this so that I don't have to really wash my sleeping bag. But it's showing its purpose. To start with, this is again from Decathlon. It's just a synthetic sleeping bag liner, and it does add significant warmth to my sleeping bag, especially on those really cold nights. It adds a bit of warmth, makes a sleeping bag nicer to sleep in, and after a long day of hiking when you could be sweating quite a lot, it kind of just makes your sleeping bag and your whole setup just feel a little bit cleaner. And when you're camping for multiple nights, it's those small things that really add up and can really make your experience camping just a bit better. It's lightweight, packs on tiny, and just removes the chore of having to wash your expensive sleeping bag all the time. Stick this in a washing machine with all your other stuff, and boom, it will dry in like an hour because it's synthetic, and just makes the whole process a lot easier. Now for my final piece of gear that I recommend, coming in at £50, is this down jacket from Decathlon. If there's one piece of gear in this video which I use both on a regular basis and camping, it will definitely be the down jacket over here. This is actually the first ever down jacket I own, and I don't know why I waited so long to get one. I'll be really honest with you guys. This down jacket in particular can go down to about -10 degrees. I mean, -10 degrees for £50 is insane. The coldest night I had was about -5 degrees, and with this on and my other layers, like my mid-layer fleece, and I didn't even have thermals on, I felt really warm and perfectly fine. When I first got into camping, I really underestimated how much a down jacket can make a difference. To put it into perspective, when I went to Lake District, I was just wearing this thick fleece, right, and it took up literally half my bag, right, and it didn't add nearly as much warmth for this down jacket. And I was around April time last year, so it was kind of warming up already, and I was very cold. I had all these layers on, and took up all this space in my bag, and I just wasn't really that warm. So after enough of those cold mornings, wet days, and windy evenings, I just thought, you know what, I need to get a good down jacket. I want to get one on a budget. So when I bought this one from Decathlon, as I said, £50, absolute bargain, and probably the biggest game changer item that I have bought so far. I've used it for every part of camping. Those mornings when you've just woken up, it's cold outside, it's early, it's cold, put your down jacket on, pack away your tent, and by the time you're moving around, packing your tent, rolling up your stuff, your sleeping bag, your sleeping mat, you're already warm. And thanks to this, all that insulation and warmth you build up just stays in. Another thing I like about it is it gives me an insane amount of warmth and really just doesn't take up that much space in my bag. It's probably one of those pieces of gear which, if I lost it right now, tomorrow morning, the first thing I'm going to do is go and buy a brand new down jacket, because as I said, I use it both for my daily life and for camping. For £50, I'm really struggling to think about cons of this jacket. I mean, of course, if you're going somewhere which is really cold, especially like -10 and up, I would recommend maybe getting a bit of a better, bigger down jacket. But I was in Norway, top of mountains, where it got proper cold some nights, and this was fine, perfectly fine. I mean, to pair this with my sleeping bag, I was way too warm some of those nights. I'd have to take this off. It's too warm in my sleeping bag. But guys, I appreciate you watching this quick video about my 5 camping essential items. I'm gonna link all of them down below, and as I said, they're all under £50. These items are types of gear that people can go and buy tomorrow, and it won't put a massive strain on their bank account. Anyway guys, I hope you have a good rest of your days, and remember, leave no trace.